So, right now, the Messiah is currently overseas on his whirlwind rock star tour, and we unfortunately are deprived of his company for a few days. But, you know, he doesn't need to be on American soil because the coverage has been such that he might as well never have left. It's like he can exist in two places at the same time. Maybe I'll do another video specifically on his trek around the world, but this one I wanted to just sort of dedicate to, really, I think the I don't know if you want to say the core of the Obama problem as I see it, and I think a lot of people see it. But I was listening to one of the radio shows on NQR, and if you haven't checked it out yet, definitely go by there. I'll have a link to it with this video. They have several different radio shows, and they're always really insightful, and but the one I'm referring to in this video is one that's hosted by Larry Johnson, who runs the NoQuarter USA website. And his latest video, he had I think it was somebody running for the Senate. I think he's a Republican, but they were talking about Obama, and he did the guest did a really excellent job, I think, just sort of, frameworking the people say he's an empty suit, but this guy really showcased that more than that, he is just a hollow man. And it's not just the absurdity of his hollowness, but it's the danger. Because when you look at people, as much damage as Bush has done, I believe he has a true spiritual core, maybe in the worst possible way, but it's there. I suppose the thing is most definitely said for the terrorists. They're the jihad, the holy war crusade that they are on. I mean, this is a core belief that they have. Even the most heinous of people, like Hitler, they had ideology. They had something that was a driving force at their core. And they may have, sacrificed whatever it took to fulfill that ideology or whatever they were seeking, but there was something, some things that they wouldn't do, which came into conflict. But when you have no core, as this gentleman on the show really pointed out, then you are in essence a threat to everybody. And this is really I think the singular thing with Obama. I believed initially, he was going to the church that taught black liberation theology. I classified him myself as like a Marxist type person with this, his thoughts. But now I'm really not so sure. I really believe what this guy was saying, which is that there really is nothing there. I mean, he has, the only thing there is him. It's so his path is not to the White House. His path is basically to reach the center of the universe where he is. So in essence, it's sort of like, he is the one he is waiting for, and he's like already there, but he's also on his way there at the same time, I think, in his mind. And so anything that gets in the way, even remotely, can be discarded. When the church he was going to became a problem, they were gone. And actually on another radio show, the one called PUMA Radio, It's hosted by Sherry Tag, and I can link to that one as well. But on her show, I think on every episode she has a segment called Jack It Up, where they list who the Messiah has thrown under the bus that week. And you know, the that's like a joke just out there, but you know, Trinity Church, Reverend Wright, Bill and Hillary Clinton, General Wesley Clark, small town Americans, women, gay and lesbian, Latino, Jewish people, well, half the Democratic Party, well, probably all of it eventually. Jesse Jackson, I don't know if you heard the latest thing where he disinvited this, I think a Vietnam vet who actually is a supporter of his. He was a triple amputee. I think he was a former U.S. Senator. But he was invited to an Obama rally and then disinvited because he was classified as a lobbyist. The article I read said that he really didn't, you know, he wasn't really an active lobbyist, but even still, the thing he was lobbying for was a company that helps other war veterans with, I think it was like prosthetics and devices that, you know, help to improve their lives. But that didn't matter because he would have brought a little bit of, I don't know, not shame to Obama's camp, but just something he didn't want to deal with. So the guy got tossed under the bus, and I don't even think he was apologized to by Obama for doing it. But it's whatever. He did the Constitution with FISA. You know, there is nobody and nothing that he will hold dear. So he will use and discard whomever, whatever. So how can you, you know, how can you trust somebody that will betray anything? I mean, I'm sure he would throw his wife and children under it if they got in the way at some point. But he's gonna somehow defend and protect the U.S. if we get in the way. You know, it just, he is the hollow man. That's what he is. And so there's, you know, the lies that he speaks about, oh, well, I would do this, I would do that. He lied to the left wing, the far left wing that wanted him in. I think he's lying to the black community. He will toss them all. So then what do you get out of it? You get screwed, and you get to join us, everyone who's already been thrown under the bus. And so at the end of it, you know, he reaches himself in the center of the universe in his mind. And so that's why this video is entitled, There Is No You in Unity. The only person he has, will, and wants to be unified with is himself.